Today I am filming on my own with this, the new Peugeot E308 station wagon. It is the estate version of the electric hatch that we know and like very much. So I want to find out today, is this the electric estate you should be buying?
First things first, here are the standout features of the 308 SW's exterior. I love the front end, and it is exactly the same as the hatchback, which is no bad thing. They've extended the roofline nice and tidily with those roof rails. The tail lights look excellent, but why oh why are there fake exhaust surrounds? This is an electric car.
As for the boot, what you'll find when you open the electric tailgate down here is that there's actually a pretty generously sized boot. You've got a nice flat floor here. Obviously the batteries are down there, but you actually got a good amount of loading space. You've got pockets down here as well. You can put some loose items and you can hide the charge cables under here. There's also a little bit more room there, but as you can see, then it's all battery stuff. So charge cables hiding away is a good thing. That's not actually always the case with electric cars these days. And as I said, you've got quite a long amount of space in here. I mean, if you need to get more space in there, well, you just pull these levers here and then those fold down there, and then you've got a lot of room.
The same can be said for the rest of the interior as well, which is definitely spacious enough for a family. Plus, with a fit and finish and a mix of materials to leave the MG5 electric feeling a bit plain, you do feel like you're getting your money's worth, even if this is getting quite expensive now. Anyway, behind the wheel, you feel like you're in a sporty estate, and with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto now wireless, it feels as convenient as it does purposeful.
Before we hit the road, don't forget to click subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and give us a thumbs up if you're liking this video. Oh, and when you're searching for your next car, make sure you check out cinch.co.uk or download our app. Let's get cracking with how this electric station wagon, how this rival to the likes of MG's 5 estate and other models, how it handles on the twisty stuff. It handles really well. I'm gonna put it straight into sport mode because I can tell you this car feels so nicely flat around the corners. There is a lot of grip. These roads are very, very accentuating of the talents of a electric car because there's a lot of left, rights. And this car, with its weight low in the floor with that battery, it feels not only nice and flat around the bends, but actually quite light-footed as well. Now we know this battery is smaller than the battery you get in other cars, especially given this is quite a long battery car. It's quite a long floor, but somehow the efficiency seems to be there. We know the E308 hatch is one of the most efficient hatchbacks you can buy in the electric world. And so there's no reason to believe anything will be different in this station wagon here. In fact, maybe a longer roofline will help with the aerodynamic efficiency. So naturally, with the extra weight, this isn't going to be any quicker. Quick enough though, I must say, for 99.9% of drivers. And actually on this twisty road here, having the simplicity of an electric powertrain is really nice. God, it went around that bend well. It's got a very eager front end. This is the key thing I've noticed about this platform from the Stellantis group, is that actually the EVs really feel keen on the nose. And if you put your foot down, because you've got that instantaneous torque, there's no hesitation from a gearbox, for example, trying to figure out what gear to be in. You're in the gear, it's drive, and you put your foot down and it just kind of hauls you out of the bend. I can tell you that it is very calming in here. Quiet, the powertrain whine is there, it's present, but it's very much in the background. And of course you're gonna have the radio on, aren't you? Or like me, you might be yapping to nobody else in the car and a couple of GoPros. Now, as before, you've got 3 drive modes. You've got normal, sport, and you've got eco. And I've dropped the car into eco mode now, and I'll tell you what it does. It makes the accelerator a little bit less responsive. That's it. That's all I can feel. I can't feel any other difference. So in typical eco mode fashion, all it does is it encourages you to drive a bit slower. What I much prefer is to leave the car in normal so that I have a normal feeling accelerator, but then I turn on B, which is the brake setting on the gear selector. And this will be familiar to all EV drivers and also some plug-in hybrid car drivers. And this is the mode where it forces the battery to capture more energy when you're off the accelerator. So if I come off the accelerator now, the car actually feels, if I was a petrol driver, I would think that I'm braking right now. But in actual fact, what's happening is energy is going back into the battery. So it makes driving easier. It means you can do one pedal driving. So on this twisty mountain road here, I'm in normal mode. I've got B on. If I come off the accelerator to go around the corner, the car then slows me down, and it means I don't really have to brake. All right, let's do a 0 to 100. This is a 100-mile-an-hour section of road. It's relatively flat. It's a little bit downhill, but then it goes uphill as quickly. Right, 0 and go. Right, I'm gonna tell you when we're up to 100 Ks. Right, 50 Ks, 80 Ks, 100 Ks. There we go. I don't know how long that was, but it didn't feel that quick. It's also worth mentioning just how many driver assistance features you get on this car. Now, there are lots to help you park the car. You've got a great reversing camera, so while this thing is pretty long, you actually have great visibility all around the tail of the car. But when you're going forwards, and especially when you're on, for example, a motorway, the adaptive cruise control and even the steering assist are very useful. The thing I like about the steering assist in this car is that it's not overly sensitive. It doesn't sort of bounce off the white lines. It just keeps you nice and tidy in the lane.
So, the new Peugeot E308 station wagon is a good handling, handsome and spacious estate and a great first option for families looking to go electric. But if you're not quite ready to make the jump just yet, click the video on your right to see a very unique option from the world of plug-in hybrids.